Attention, you're back in school. Excuse me. Excuse us. Yeah, you're talking to teachers. Wait up. Well, you don't need to take any notes for this fascinating lesson because you will get it. You can get a copy free.
You probably have to talk louder and.
Okay, I will talk louder. Is that better? Is that my big girl voice?
Yes.
Your outside voice.
Well, big girl outdoor. This class allows you to laugh, giggle, or snort. I've heard some of you. But it's about what women wore in 1952, which is how long ago? 70 years. Who remembers 1952? Raise your hands.
Who was what?
How old were you in 1952?
Well,
3.
Scott was a newborn.
She was 3. I was 8.
Bonnie was a thought.
This is an extension lesson your mother or grandmother would have had. It was written by Merle Scales, clothing specialist at Oregon State College. It highlights the do's or don'ts of that time for getting dressed. It could have been stressful with all the rules. We will tell you that we have a professional model with us today. She modeled for stores and companies in the Midwest, starting at age 12, but she wasn't a professional until she was 14. She's brought some clothes to share, and she will show you things when we finish with the lesson. Women wore lots of plaids and plain dresses with flared skirts, a belt encircling their small waists. All dresses went way below the knee. They loved wing collars, blouses with cuffs, and favorite colors were mostly pastels. I'm wearing a plaid blouse because they love pastels. And if you try finding a plaid dress now with a full skirt, good luck. But they were modest. Do you know what the word modest means? You don't hear it very often now, do you? You follow it?
In my age, yes.
Here is the first line of this 7-page lesson. And I shall stop and tell you that the lesson is courtesy of Sally Whiteholes. You all know Sally. Her mother was in FCE for many years, and when she passed away, Sally was going through all her things, and in there were lessons, and this is one of them. So when she first found it, she brought it to our group, and she read some of them, and we were laughing so hard that I said, we need to put this into a lesson, you know, so here it is. Here's the first line of this 7-page lesson for 70 years ago. Here it is. A well-dressed woman is one that has every detail of her costume in harmony. What is she talking about? What makes you think they're talking about Halloween? When did we stop using the word costume and replace it with the word outfit? We're going to lightly hop and skip through this very rigid lesson. Laughing is fine, as you discover we have come a long way since 1952. Your teachers added interesting facts, artwork, quizzes, and games to lighten the topics.
In 1952, what accessory was the most important? What do you guess?
Gloves. Shoes.
Shoes. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard shoes. Shoes.
I don't know how I knew that.
Yes, that's your shoes. My shoes for a different reason now, but your shoes back then. You certainly can't look charming and comfortable if your feet are hurting. Your face will show the pain. The opera pump, the plain strapless pump, will go well with any type of costume and makes the feet and legs look more slender. A wide strap on the pump makes the foot look heavy, short, and wide. Now, on that piece of paper that each one of you received, I would like you to draw what you think a pump is.
Okay.
What a pump. P-U-M-P. Pump.
Rod, because we're gonna have you hold up your paper and show everybody.
Oh, shoot.
Big enough so she said dry, so they can.
Scott,
I'm videotaping.
you have a free hand. What do you think a pump looks like?
It's a shoe. With a medium-high heel.
I like your act.
I'm not playing this game.
Okay, are you? Are you ready for show and tell?
Okay. Is everyone finished? We're not going to show it yet.
That looks great.
Let's see that, Scott.
Hold up your paper.
I drew mine with a fell marker so you can see it.
Okay. Alright, just glancing around, it seems like most of you have an idea what a pump is.
Yours is pretty fast.
Is anyone wearing a pump?
Not more.
Show me yours.
One of the few shoes I could wear for work that were comfortable, that were dressy, because high heels.
A lot.
Okay, a pump is a low-cut woman's shoe with a sturdy heel.
Mhm.
How high?
Usually, an inch to 2 inches, and that's it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but Scott is pretty good, but you cut, yours is low cut.
Yeah, it has to be low cut.
Only at night.
Okay. Now have a, or did you have?
Now, on your pump, draw a wide strap.
Okay.
On your pump, now draw a wide strap.
Kind of like,
Okay.
the strap would go.
I'm looking at the top, my shoe doesn't have any heels on it, and I'm looking down at it.
Hard to draw and
They're
hold the
very,
camera.
how many are familiar with Mary Jane's? That's kind of like, that they're, the heel is real flat, but it has a strap on it. And it has a strap. So it's a Mary Jane. Yeah,
Why,
they're so-called Mary Jane's. So.
why don't you wear patent leather shoes, Sally?
Why don't you wear patent leather shoes? Well, because they reflect.
Under your skirt, what's under your dress?
What's under your dress? I remember being told in the 5th grade by my teacher, don't, you girls should never wear patent leather shoes. And we looked at her thinking, why? Because they reflect. Reflect what? A little slow on the uptake in 5th grade.
Because little girls didn't wear pants, they wore
Petticoats. Petticoats too.
petticoats, and they had little sleeves.
And you got in trouble if you went on the slide and came up and. Oh, no.
Sit out and maybe like this.
Now it gets even more weird.
Okay. Now, a person who is large or fluffy should avoid small, dainty shoes with extremely high heels because that'll make her look cocky. Whoops.
And we have a FCE member who folded, she's no longer with us, she's no longer in my family. But she crammed her feet into dainty little shoes because that's what she's always worn. Dainty little shoes, and now she's up in her 80s. Dainty little shoes, you know, and she was fluffy. And heels, and do you think she could walk by herself? No, her son or whoever had to grab her and hold on to her, but she was looking good.
Are any of you familiar with a lizard or alligator shoes?
Yes.
Now, they should only be worn with tailored costumes.
Not like us.
Not like us. And tall women, who's tall in here?
Not me.
Who considers themselves
Raise your hand
tall?
if you're tall.
If you're a tall person.
Oh, you're tall. You're tall. You're tall.
Okay, you're tall, okay.
Really?
Now, if you're tall, would you stand? Please, you consider yourself tall. Now, since you're a tall lady, you can wear alligator shoes.
I've got a pair at home.
You can wear them.
Would you go good? And they got nice high heels and they're kind of wide. But they're real alligators. I got them because, and I saved them because I thought they'd be valuable.
Not for the alligator.
Yeah, not for the alligator, no.
Okay, now short ladies. Short ladies. I got one short lady. Sharon, I'm gonna pick on you. Would you stand, please?
Oh, dear. Yeah.
No height. Now, short women should not wear alligator because the pattern's too large. So don't wear alligator. So you can't wear little shoes. However, you can wear lizard shoes. Yes, especially if you're wearing a plain dress or a suit. Okay. Gotta consider. You're here, okay.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, lizards have smaller patterns.
Now, you said that you had alligator. Do you know how old they were? Are they very old?
They're probably I got them in 1970.
Okay, that's so.
Either that or it could be 150 years old.
How many of the, well, we'll talk about that. So you said you wear them once in a while, or you're just saving them? No.
Saving them once in a while.
He's saving them. Till she gets that tailored suit.
The tailored suit especially. Okay, now you can laugh at this statement. This is right from the lesson. Bright colored shoes call attention to your feet. Should be avoided by women who do not want to draw attention to their feet. Like patent leather shoes. Now, look at everyone else's shoes, since you already know what you're wearing.
Oh, how about socks?
Oh, well, we haven't got.
I like when the man socks.
Now, who wants this test?
I've got bright colored shoes.
That would be pretty good. I'm seeing bright colors. Who has, now, you may not have brought, I did bring red ones. I guess that's bright color.
Yeah.
If you go to look in your closet, which is another closet for shoes, right? How many have bright colored shoes?
At home in your closet.
In your closet.
How many bright colored shoes? Just bright socks?
Terry does. Am I the only one in the room?
Oh, I see that little hand. Like I do. What color?
Oh gosh, I have all kinds of colors. I have a bright orange, I have purple, I have some red. Yes, I have a variety. I'm an addict when it comes to shoes, I'm sorry.
Bright
Oh,
pink,
I wish if
bright-
I'd known that, I would say, bring your shoes for show and tell.
I would have had to hook a trailer to my truck.
Okay. Our next thing is really, really important. It's about hose. Do you know what that word means, hose? It doesn't mean you're watering your lawn. Yes. Your hose, women wore brown, gray, or black toned nylon hose to blend with their entire costume. You bought nylons to fit your
Oh.
foot size. Do you
Don't
remember
bring-
that?
Yeah.
Some of you in the older tables.
Joe Namath knows what they are.
What?
Joe
No, he
Namath.
didn't wear nylons, it's different.
I know what he wore.
Pantyhose are different.
Pantyhose are
I know.
Seamless stockings make the calves of the leg appear much larger. But a seam up the back of your leg makes them look more slender and fit better.
But they were always crooked.
How many remember wearing hose that had a seam up the back?
Oh, yeah.
See, the older group does better.
With the garter belts.
I remember women, I wasn't old enough to wear hose yet, but women wearing, and one of my good friends, when she came to school and it was a cold winter day and she huddled up to the radiator in the school. And suddenly she had seams up the back of her leg, but they were called burns. But her leg was a lot more slender.
My mother would talk about during the war, they couldn't get silk hose, and nylons were way out of sight. They would draw a line.
Really?
Yeah.
She said that up the back of their leg.
Yeah.
Grandmother and mother both did that during World War II.
Did they use
Eventually.
eyeliner?
Eyeliner.
look elegant and more slender.
Oh, vanity, what is thy name, right?
Yes.
About everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can't wait till you get the pantyhose.
Next, you had to worry about the heel reinforcements, which is a separate little pad that went on your heel.
Yeah.
If they were much darker than the hose, they would draw undue attention to your ankles. And you did not want to wear shoes that did not cover toes and heels.
If you had that
It,
darker
yes.
reinforcement.
This extension lesson did not mention the next question, but I put this in here. Did you ever wear, nylons with a seam up the back, and some of you did. How did you keep your nylons up? With the
Garter belts.
Or a girdle.
Yep, with the two G words.
Yeah.
Girdle and garter belts. With straps that had clips. How many of you remember those clips?
They were horrible.
They were like little torture chains. They left imprint on your tender thighs. I remember being in college wearing them, and you take them off at night, and I had most interesting, almost primitive etching on my legs.
When I was in high school, we always seemed to have PE in the afternoon. And back then, the girls had to take a shower.
Oh, yeah.
Had to take a shower. So we had one class left, had to put the girls back on. You've been hot and sweaty, trying to, and had ruined more girdles trying to pull them on. Because your body's wet and you're wet.
It doesn't want you to put that girdle
People didn't
on.
understand why I hated PE.
Do you have any garter belt or girdle stories to share? I mean,
I have one at home, I'm sure.
I kept one of my last girdles because it was so pretty. It was pink and yellow, and it was this big. This big. I kept it because they said someday I want to show these to my daughters and my granddaughters, and I didn't show it to my daughter, but I showed it to my granddaughters. I've never seen them laugh so hard. They said, "Grandma, you wore that?" Well, it does stretch, and you do feel a lot slimmer, but boy, they were not as much.
You know what, though? They have tummy tamers now that are as tight as a girdle, so they can't make fun of us for wearing girdles.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they go clear up under here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my mother was, see, I'm tall for my family. Everybody said Snickers, but my mother was shorter and fluffy, and she wore a contraption, you probably have seen them, where it has everything, the garter straps, and the girdle, and underneath, and the bra, and to watch her snap into it. I only got to see her once. Yeah, it was almost like a corset, but it didn't include the panty, and she told me you didn't have to take it, you just hovered over the toilet. To pee.
Wasn't that a married widow?
Well, she wasn't very married.
That whole thing was called a married widow.
Well, yeah, and quite often, they were black. Like a black widow. Anybody else have any charming stories to share?
The thing about a married widow was it had 5 million of those puffed up the back of it. And they went from the, all the way down, and those were little tiny thingies that up together. So it takes 5 minutes to get in. And
Well, it made it harder for the men to
Yeah,
Oh, there were no pantyhose in 1952. Pantyhose were invented in late 1959 by a man who brought his wife's experiment into his office. Pantyhose didn't become popular until the mid-1960s. And I was saying, yahoo!
Got rid of them garters.
Yeah, yeah. An interesting fact from 1952, lead chemist Helen DeSirens developed Ban roll-on deodorant. She used the same concept as the ballpoint pen. Another yahoo moment because it kept your armpits dry. Yes, because it was so embarrassing to go around like this. And I didn't have to worry about it, but I saw the girls.
And I remember way back, probably in 52, my mother had shields.
Oh,
They were-
yes.
they were good clothes. So you were walking around like this with these things that.
So you wouldn't stain your.
Yes, right.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Because your good clothes you would send out to the dry cleaners.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
wash all the time.
Oh, my gosh, I forgot about those.
Oh, a pantyhose story over here.
When I was in high school, I was wearing pantyhose to school one day. I was on the school bus, and a little kid looked at my ankles and he said, "You have wrinkled ankles." Well, guess what? Since I got older, sometimes I look down there and I have wrinkled ankles and I do not have pantyhose. And I think of that sometimes. That little kid telling me, "You have wrinkled ankles." I really do.
Your purse. Okay, this is a big deal, your purse. It's usually wise to choose your purse as the same color as your shoe.
Oh, boy.
For the first option, always, or as close as you can, match your shoe. Yes. Now, you buy a purse according to your size. Now, again, this is from 1952. Now, generally, a small person should choose a small to medium-sized purse. The larger or fluffy person chooses a medium or a large purse. Now, the small woman looks as if she were weighed down if she carries a heavy, large purse, while the larger woman looks just odd with a tiny purse.
I use it as my.
That's the grandma purse where you have to carry it.
Oh. So try a purse out before a full-length mirror. Get the full-length mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Very important before purchasing to see that it fits in proportion to your size and your figure.
How many days it took us to
How
get
many
this
mirrors
one
do you
outfit?
see in the purse department?
Well, I don't remember, so it's only 3 in 52, so I don't remember. But I know Mom didn't do much shopping.
No, they didn't, they kept what they bought
Yes.
forever.
Now, I need to have a tall person, a short person, a fluffy person, a model, and maybe and a couple other people who would come forward, please. I need a tall
Volunteer
person.
will pick
Okay,
you up.
you tell me what category I should be in, cause I fit a couple of those.
I don't mean, so grab a purse, what you think?
Oh,
I
we
got
have
my
them
own.
all up
If you
here.
want.
Okay, where's our short?
No, medium short, Sharon can come back up, I'll have you, since you already know it.
Yeah, you already know it.
So,
Are you just tall or fluffy?
I think, yeah, that's what I said, I could fit both, two
we
different.
have a vote, is
What
she
do you
tall?
want me to be?
She's tall. No, she's tall.
Okay,
Okay.
come on. Okay, come on, some somebody fluffy.
I can be fluffy.
Okay.
I'm pretty
She
fluffy.
can be tall too, yeah.
Well, that's all right.
I'll be tall and fluffy.
You'll be fluffy today.
Oh, I'm fluffy.
Okay.
Okay.
We need a couple more.
2 more people.
Well, yeah.
Well, at least one. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I'm just. Okay.
Okay, no, okay, you handing them out?
Yeah, I just gonna hand them out.
Okay.
Oh, come on. It's even beaded.
I'm taking this one.
Okay, can you see what they have over here?
Okay, now, did I hand out correctly?
No.
No?
No. Okay.
We have to walk across the front line.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
She can't walk with it. You do.
Okay, now, obviously, these are incorrect.
What?
Purposely.
What?
Who
They're
should
incorrect.
wear
Oh,
the
yes.
small purse?
Sharon.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Okay, and who should carry the large purse?
Fluffy.
Fluffy or tall.
Okay. Now, a very tall person, however, should only carry a purse with a large strap.
But it matches me.
Sorry.
Here's one that has a large strap.
Yeah.
But I matched.
It didn't match your shoes and that one does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How about my socks?
Oh, well.
Hey, it feels like it's just good money in.
Maybe it would match
Maybe
your
you're right, but
costume.
it matches your shirt.
Yeah.
Got your black
It
and white.
matches
Your shoes,
everything
matches
there.
everything.
Now,
I may be fluffy, but I'm stylish.
a purse with a strap or a handle should be carried with the strap over the left wrist.
That's for the little short.
Yes, over the left wrist.
She doesn't have a strap on it.
I don't think it's,
You were cheated.
There's no strap.
You were cheated.
Now, if you have a very short handle, it should be carried by your hand.
Like what? By your hand.
If you have a very short handle, always by your hand.
I am.
Straight down to the side, just like she has this down. Good job.
Whoever's purse that is.
Now, the
you lost it
envelope
now.
type purse, now we don't have an envelope type purse.
Oh, here's the envelope over here.
Okay, and that goes where? Where would that go? It goes underneath.
Oh, my.
Underneath the arm. Well, she sure can't carry anything, and she's not.
See why
And
it's
it's-
called envelope?
And it goes underneath the left arm,
Left arm. Really?
with the left hand balancing the end of it.
Oh, like,
Yes.
left hand, left hand.
Yes, so you balance, yes.
You look good.
Yes. Well, thank you, just give a hand to
Can I keep Linda's purse?
Oh, you need to not show them. No, it's just all the beads on it.
Is that for the store? No, I've sold several of them. By any means,
Now, this is not an old purse. I've had it all year, and I got it. For what reason? Why do you, well, obviously, besides being big, you put a lot of stuff in it.
For the strap.
Because of all the different colors.
Oh.
I can wear it with anything.
Did you know that when you
darn right. That's why I thought, that thing's gonna go on the trip, so. That's gonna be-
And she didn't have to stand in front of a full-length mirror to see if it was her body style.
Darn right. I've gotten to the point, I don't go through some.
Yeah, how many of you really care? About how you put together your outfits. You see
Oh, I
how
think we all
strict
do.
this was, and so we're gonna take a break from the strict rules of dressing in 1952 to play a game. You've got all your paper and pencil? On your paper,
Turn them over, turn them.
if you want to, just turn them over. Write down 3 to 5 or more fads that women or teens have used in the last 20 years. Fads that those women or teens in 1952 probably would never thought of wearing or doing to their bodies. What women and teens are doing now. An example, paying $75 for a pair of black jeans with ripped, torn jeans. So write down, there is a prize, so this is really important to play these games.
So, okay, the question is again, what, 5 more?
Oh, 3 to 5 or more fads that you've seen women or teens going around with. Or wearing or
Within
doing
the last
to their
20
bodies.
years. Past 20 years.
In the last 20 years.
Just clothing or doing to their bodies, period?
Both of those things together.
Skirts, shoes.
Just because women are doing interesting things, or teens with their bodies. That you would never have seen in 1952. Unless there was a car accident. Major disaster.
You've been out of school too long, girl.
No, I just, even in school, I never.
Tube tops.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Once you get going, it's hard to stop with.
So you think of all of them. Even as, well, she said for teenagers, but I'm thinking of even as adults.
Well, yeah, women or teens. Yeah. Think of all the things they're doing. Oh, it's not even Halloween.
Does it have to be women to protect in the end?
No.
Things they wear, okay.
Just women. Just keep it women. Since this lesson was basically, at that point in time, it's just given to women, so.
Have you ever heard of the spectator pumps?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
My mother was addicted to spectator.
Yeah,
She always loved black and white. They were called spectators, and they were black and white. And black and white could be in different parts of the shoe with every pair of shoes you have. Everything, leather shoes. Yes.
On the very end. You just can't remember regular. I flew in from Fresno.
Oh, yeah, they're counter.
Yeah, we go.
They put canvas with it.
Yeah.
Kind of a punchy
This?
Okay, how many of you have at least 5 things?
Oh, me.
Okay.
I want you to listen, pencils down. Because I don't want you copying down everything they say. Okay, we're gonna start up there.
Now, they, if Nancy reads one, or have we?
Yeah, you're gonna read, okay, you read the one you think is really good first, you know. But if she says, yeah, if you have the same thing that she says on your paper, you scratch it off. Then we go to the next person, and the next person, and we're just gonna go around like this as quick as we can. And then we'll go back and forth until the last
Yeah, turn on.
woman sitting.
Oh, it's on.
Okay, one of the things that bugs me is the piercing of noses and ears in many places. So piercing.
Piercing, do you have that on your paper?
Yep.
Hot pants. Hot shirt. Hot hat pants. Short.
Oh.
Short.
Yeah.
It kills me when I see women wearing short shorts that shouldn't be wearing short shorts, and they bend over in the grocery store.
Oh, sweatpants.
Sweatpants.
No, I didn't think about that.
Out in public, we're talking about out in public.
Wife beater t-shirts.
We'll get to you, not your turn yet.
They're going around the corner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tank tops.
What color? Pink.
They're not
Pink
pink tops.
socks.
You mean like hers?
Like pink socks.
The thin swells.
I had that, but I had it.
Jeans with holes in the
Red.
Yeah, the jeans with holes in them. Oh, that's the one I had.
The tops that, show your tummy.
Oh.
It's like a crop top. A crop top.
Crop tops.
Battles in class.
Oh, I know.
Pull it down. Gauged in the ears, ear gauges.
Oh.
Did you hear that? Ear gauges?
It makes their earlobe. Yeah.
Tribes, you know.
Alice?
Bikinis.
Bikinis?
Bikinis. In 52, they remember bikinis were invented in 1940.
Yeah, they didn't wear them everywhere.
Yeah. What kind of bikinis?
Itsy bitsy.
Yellow polka dots.
Have you seen the bikinis? They ran out of fabric and there's nothing on the bunnies? It's a thong.
Okay.
Just a minute, we need to ask, could yours be one of those kind of bikinis? Okay, these are the bottomless bikini thongs. So if you got that,
Camouflage coats.
Oh, yeah.
Clothes that are.
Camouflage, the pinks and the reds and the greens.
but all in the military pattern.
Yes.
Okay, did you get that? Military pattern.
Yeah, that'd be same thing, yeah. You'd always say, oh, I can't see you, where are you?
Sharon?
Okay, women,
low cut blouses that are showing almost everything. There are
Lots of things.
lots of cleavage.
Out
Okay.
in public, during
Low
the day,
cut,
getting groceries.
blouses.
Bonnie?
Well, I have the young women that wear those heels like this. Yeah, but they're clunky, the sole of the shoe is like this thick, and then there's these shoes.
We had those when I was a teenager.
But not in 52.
Platform?
Well, stilettos. I mean, they're
Stilettos.
really, really high stilettos.
Do you ever pay any attention, Scott, to that sort of thing with ladies are wearing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
But I want a positive one,
okay, be positive.
and that was, and the fads come and gone, but it was the beautiful scarves that they wore. Everybody was wearing them. And they were beautiful scarves, and I thought they were beautiful, and
Still like them.
we actually sold, we had a
Their
couple.
clothes.
What? Yes, and they had over their clothes. And that lasted about 5 or 6 years, and I liked it because it was very modest.
I wear it in the wintertime, and still wear a scarf in the
Oh, I do
wintertime.
too.
Yeah.
Katie, you have one?
I don't like seeing women wearing tops that are so lacking in fabric that you see their bras.
Bra straps?
Yeah, well,
And
no,
then-
back of their bras
And the
too.
And it's dirty.
Okay, did you
Okay.
hear that? No. It's women who wear skimpy tops that show some bra straps.
Not just the one over the shoulders.
And Sally said that sometimes they don't look very clean.
Yeah.
The women or the straps?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
So I have a whole list.
Well, just one,
Just
just
pick
one.
one.
And I didn't know if this was considered, one of the crop tops, but I put, tube tops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, two tops. No, that's not a crop top. That was, no, that was for,
Yeah.
Do I mark off my own if I
Yes.
add?
Yeah, you
Okay.
mark off, yeah. Did you ever see that,
I know
I
yeah.
think it was, what was it? Not Price is Right,
Let's make a deal.
that what?
Let's make a deal.
No, it wasn't that one, it was the one, it was, that Drew carried,
Price is right.
Oh, that is Price is Right. Well, the old time where they call people out of the audience, and there was a tall, very tall lady of color, and she was wearing a tube top, and she went bouncing down the steps, and her tube top went bouncing down the steps, but not with her. It went down like that. All of a sudden, the screen showed, you know, those little clouds that went over. She was so excited, she didn't realize that she had bounced right out of her tube I don't remember if she won anything. A lot of attention.
Okay, Barb. Barbara, excuse me, I know.
Those dresses that are like, not just skimpy, but they are like going down to the navel.
Oh.
Open, you know what I mean? Those, yeah, I'm talking about low cut.
For the dress, they're
Yeah,
not only
they're
low
dresses,
cut,
but
they're also
show
short.
like a V down the front, they
They
don't
meet the middle.
necessarily, you know, show your boobs, but, you know, they're still low cut.
I've seen them so low cut, like on the Oscars or something, they're just above the feet.
Yes, exactly.
I figured they must have shaved, you know?
And
They,
more.
do they make you feel uncomfortable? Just looking at them? They have to use a lot of special tape, sticky on both sides, and make sure it didn't go any wider.
Probably a lot of them didn't care if it did. Well, I said my first thing was green, purple, or blue hair.
Oh,
yeah.
the students, I love your hair because they did it for shock.
Oh, yeah.
So I see the deal of, hair changes. Hair just. No, anyone said tattoos.
Tattoos. I have a ribbon. I have a
Which is kind of handy if you usually have tattoos.
Yeah, or you can wear the heel out of one. But that's about two different kinds of socks, you know, if you wear one sock out, it's got one sock with it, and then sock, you got two socks.
Some people they do.
Flip flops and what did we call them?
Thongs.
I didn't, but I said that was the thing, I said this is.
Oh,
Did anybody mention leggings or tights?
No.
But this would be leggings or tights where they tucked their top end in.
They wear them. Not always, not under their skirts.
Fishnet stockings?
Oh, fishnet stockings?
Fishnet stockings?
I just bought a pair of
Low rider. Low rider pants.
Yep.
Low rider pants.
Oh, okay, we have something else to go with. Leggings.
Yes?
Leggings worn with a net little skirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. For a 16-year-old, a 60-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, 60. Not 60,
She was squat.
You have no idea what we're talking about.
You might be wearing. You were talking about like the clothing and stuff that, I said jewelry was the most important.
But we're talking about,
That's a good thing.
we have a lesson from Oregon State that was written in 1952, which is 70 years ago, in case you wondered. And the rules were really strict for how women should dress. You know, all the stuff, it was just, you know, it went by your height and your width.
How many do you have left that you did not mark off?
Okay, so we'll keep going really fast. Four, how many?
Four.
Four here. How many do you have left that were not marked off?
Terry's got 9. Terry's got 9.
Terry has 9. Well, I think we have the winner right here.
I agree.
Yes. What else is on your list?
Terry, stand up and.
I have bell bottoms, mini skirts, halter tops, G-strings, platform shoes, shaving your head, fake nails, fake lashes, and glitter eyeshadows.
Very good. I have one that you haven't think, but I'm going to pantomime it, and you tell me what it is.
Oh, those big.
They injected.
I want to see them when they're 75. Yeah.
Well, now let us see what you got.
A little scared to open it.
Okay. She has a lovely present with a card on it for winning this.
Oh.
Notice how they just go together.
Yes. Where'd you get it?
Oh, it's her own girdle.
No,
Oh.
it's
Oh,
the current
no,
one for
I
October.
This will help you dress.
I wish it was.
We'll need to
latest
put
fad.
we need to plug it in.
Okay, we're gonna move along.
Lauren,
We're
come
gonna-
on.
There's one thing that no one mentioned, and I don't like it, it's always made the kids take the hood off. Hoodies.
Oh, goodies.
I have one that I hate, and that's wearing pajamas.
Oh, missed that
Okay. And now we're gonna go into the next little category. Now you have to listen very carefully because there may be a pop quiz. A costume is not complete without gloves.
one. Oh.
To be well groomed, gloves must be immaculately neat and clean at all times. If you wear white gloves, there must be a second pair folded in tissue, slipped in your purse, just in case you got something on that glove.
Oh, my word.
It became soiled. Very important. Gotta be careful. Now, you also, when you open a door, making sure there's nothing on it. Now, if it is soiled, then just go ahead and use it, but make sure you take that soiled glove off and put it on clean. Very important. Gloves should never match bright shoes and bags. They should be white, neutral color, or match the color of your costume.
Oh.
Gloves are not to be carried in your hands. Always wear gloves when you wear a hat.
You got that down?
Now, I don't know, again, this will probably date me, back in the old days, as I always told the kids, when I went to prom, I had
Me too.
elbow high, white gloves, and they buttoned right at the wrist. My mother made gloves during the war. She worked at the glove, so she showed me how you unbuttoned it and rolled up the fingers and put it underneath so you could eat with your glove on, because you never took your glove off. So I remember going to school, and I showed my girlfriends how we did it, so we all had, those of us that had the long gloves, we all did it correctly. We were so proud, because we always had a big junior, senior banquet before the prom, so, again, that's back 2 years ago.
Know the date, who it is.
Gloves were never to go above the wrist, they were just
Junior, senior
little
prom,
gloves.
banquet.
And if a glove went up, you know, she had the long gloves.
I had those gloves.
Then you had these kind of gloves, but then you scrunched them down, and these scrunched down so that, yeah. So there was really rules about gloves. Okay, now we're going to move on to hats. This is very, very short. Hats should be chosen with the greatest of care since they frame the face and should be the center of attention of the whole costume. The policy of wearing hats varies from community to community. When coming into a new community, you should adjust to the prevailing custom.
Oh my gosh.
Are you writing this down? A hat is always worn in a large city, regardless of where you live. Oh. I have no idea. Is this
I love it. You look like an unicorn.
What's that?
She's calling me a nut.
As if the shoe fits.
I don't know, does it fit? Oh, we're getting silly. Oh, my gosh. Okay, regardless of where you live, veils should never be worn over the face at night. Well, how could you be able to see? Okay, so here's tips about wearing jewelry, because I know a lot of you love to wear jewelry. Jewelry which is shiny on the surface and reflects light emphasizes skin imperfections when worn near the face or arm. Do I need to repeat that?
Yes. I didn't get that.
What?
So you don't wear rhinestones near your face, because it reflects the imperfections in your face.
Do not combine silver and gold jewelry in a costume. The new fancy eyeglasses with silver or gold decoration limit the number of types of jewelry worn. I know you're disappointed, aren't you?
And we learned that in the modeling school class, that dating and amateur. You have to count all those things, glasses, necklaces.
Yeah, and you couldn't have more than 5?
That's right.
You couldn't have more than 5.
And your nylons counted?
Yes. Your accessories.
Well, I want to introduce you to our model. You know her, she's sitting over here knitting. Would you stand, please? She was a cute blonde who wore a beehive hairdo. Remember those?
Yeah.
Have you seen them before? And these are her things, and we will show some of them off.
They're actually my mother's things.
Oh, I could have worn this.
Yeah, I think you
All you need is your, but I don't want to pick on my jeans. Do you remember what this called?
Poodle skirt.
What is, you got the other one?
And what's well, but see, those, it's too long.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because you don't have to.
That was for, full skirts.
Full skirt. How many of you remember wearing friendlies?
Oh, yeah.
And starting them?
Yeah.
Sometimes you wore 2 and 3 of those.
Right.
That's right. Yes. And then you look like a square dancer.
Yes.
Square dancer?
And you remember trying to get in a car with all those on?
Oh, yeah.
Or in a desk.
Modestly?
Yeah, well, yeah, good luck.
Because you get in and they go. Look at how lovely her gold earrings go with her.
Gold earrings on.
Looking great.
Starch, you use sugar, sugar water, and has it go more wet outside, it can be more droopy.
Don't get our hands. I'm from Missouri originally, where it's colder than you know what. And a lot of this stuff was my mother's and my grandmother's. And I do mean my grandmother's too. I'm not sure if this was my oh no, because it's got my mother's initials in it. I thought this was my grandmother's, but this was my mother's, I guess. And I will tell you how she bought it. Anybody remember when Roosevelt dimes came out?
Yeah.
Okay, she started collecting Roosevelt dimes. And she had a little, box thing, or she kept up in the thing. And she kept putting everything, she'd get her dime, she'd put it in there. She got enough to buy this. And I will never forget it, because my dad came home and went, oh my gosh, why are we having dimes all over the table tonight instead of dinner? And she was out there counting all of her dimes to see if she had enough. But that's how she saved her money to buy it.
How much was it?
Oh, I have no idea. Probably not a lot in those days.
Yeah.
What is
Because in
it?
Missouri, it was so cold, everybody wore fur coats all the time.
Do you know what the,
Is it mink?
what it is?
I don't know. It could be mink. Is that what somebody said?
That's a light color.
But they did make a lot of
Mink
fur
or beaver,
coats.
maybe. It's not beaver, because when I started high school, I got my sister-in-law's coat, which was beaver. So she'd worn it all through high school and college, because my brother was 13 years older than I was. And so I wore it through high school and college. And guess who's got it now? My granddaughter. And it's still good.
Did they dye fur to make them a
different color then, or it's
I
natural?
don't think so. I don't think they did. Does anybody know?
What?
Did they dye furs back in those days?
I think they did.
They must have, because there were some pink ones. They were to be pink furs and
Really?
what you'd see on movies.
Not back in fifty.
Yeah, maybe. But in the fifties, I don't know if they looked better. Well, I
Could be
back
from,
then.
I don't know why they would, they're beautiful natural. They did a lot of things.
My knees cold, they felt, it's hot.
Now, did you wear these shoes?
Those shoes were my mother's. And my mother had a very odd foot back in those days. She wore 8.5 quad A shoes. And she couldn't buy them in St. Joe where we were from. She had to go to Kansas City and they had to order them for her. And we went to this store in Kansas City that had discount shoes. And when they'd get another size, and I wore a quad A too, but not an 8.5, they would call my mother, and she would drive 50 miles to Kansas City and hope she could get a pair of shoes. And let me tell you, back in those days, they were $7 a pair. But, oh, yeah, yeah. And it was, you know,
Kate, do you know what the hat's made out of?
do I know what?
What the hat's made out of?
It's me. Yeah, that's me. That one I do know. That was my grandmother's.
It is.
Isn't that
warm.
funny?
It is.
bet it is.
Wolf.
Wolf Brothers in Kansas City, yeah. My grandmother had beautiful, my grandmother was a hillbilly, okay? She had a house in the Lake of the Ozarks built in the 30s when they built the lake. And she literally was a hillbilly. And my grandmother, to get something like this, was hysterical. Because she came home with that hat, and even my mother couldn't believe it. She was like, "Is she gonna wear that with her overalls?" But she worked at church for years. She was still dating in '93, by the way. Dating. I swear that woman had more dates than I did in my life. We've got to set tables, but we
Yeah,
better
okay,
stop.
yeah. Well, this lesson of laughter is over, and thank you for being so polite to sit through it.
Thank you.
And I hope you, remember, when you're buying clothes, all the rules.
Full length mirrors, so you can see if ever get matches.
I just know that phones just keep it in your head, on your head.
Yeah, if you ever get it, if you never, I think Ann still has the original copy that was my mother's. And it was just, it was just, we read through the group, there were lists of all kinds of things, it's just hilarious. We just sat and